after that, it was Alberto Del Rio versus the Big Show.
Oh, you forgot this one.
What was that?
Right here.
No, that was just more Muppet stuff.
And you forgot this one about John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, but John Laurinaitis is corny, so I don't really want to talk about him.
He's a Raw.
Well, he's not John Laurinaitis. He's John Laryngitis, like we like to call him. And the funny thing is who said John Laryngitis on Raw this week? Somebody called him John Laryngitis. Do you remember who it was?
Santino.
Yeah. Oh, Santino stole our line because we're the one who started calling him John Laryngitis. And you could check on Twitter. We were the first ones to start calling him John Laryngitis.
Yeah, and the funny thing was...
so Santino stole that from us.
Yeah, but he was borrowing it. Anyway.
He was borrowing it.
The first time we ever see John Laurinaitis this year is at Money in the Bank. Mr. McMahon comes out. It's John Cena versus CM Punk when they're in Chicago for the WWE Championship. And if CM Punk won, he gets to quit and take the WWE Championship with him. Right. And I remember, I'm like, is this? I thought this guy was the real Vice President of the United States. You know, cause Vice President, get it?
All right, so we don't have a lot of time left. But after that, it was Alberto Del Rio versus the Big Show, and in this one, it was a pretty good match. But it ended with the Big Show knocking out Alberto Del Rio. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't think Big Show was on his A game. You know. You usually see Big Show punching them on the gut and then choke slamming them, but...
Oh, so wait, so I forgot. Before this match, since CM Punk had lost his match, John Laryngitis told him the only way that he can have his title match is if he makes Alberto Del Rio give him one. So now after the Big Show won by knocking out Alberto Del Rio, CM Punk comes out and he forces him.
Yeah, by submission.
So they're gonna fight for the title
in Survivor Series.
And then after that, we have Santino versus Jack Swagger, which was cool because we haven't seen Santino in a long match in a while.
Yeah, he's been on a winning streak. And then in the match, Beaker, I think it is.
Oh, yeah.
When Santino's about to lose, Beaker comes, Jack Swagger's distracted, and when Beaker comes out going, and he gives him that potion, and then Santino drinks it, but he doesn't swallow it, and then he spits it right in Jack Swagger's face and pins him. 1, 2, 3.
And so Santino wins, and then next up, next up is Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler. Another big thing that's been happening since WrestleMania is Zack Ryder went from being a nobody who was begging to get on TV to now he's pretty funny. I like him. I hated Zack Ryder because I thought he was corny, but the more he gets on TV, the more funny he is. And he's been getting on a good winning streak. He's been beating Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler over and over. And so they had a match, and Zack Ryder beat Dolph Ziggler for that.
Oh, and one more thing. They've been showing a video of Bruce Clay. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania. Since Alberto Del Rio has been on SmackDown, but that'll change when he was on Raw. And then I remember the last time we saw him, he asked Alberto Del Rio, but what about me, sir? And then Alberto just kept talking to Ricardo. So that was, it said he was coming to Raw. And I'm really excited because for a guy that fat, he's not so bad. I mean his gut's probably bigger than Mark Henry's, and I bet he could probably take Mark Henry.
Oh, that's another thing. Since WrestleMania, Randy Orton and John Cena have been champion, like always. But then Mark Henry got the title, which he's the most boring champion ever. I'm hoping somebody will beat him soon and take the title away. Even if it is Randy Orton, I'd almost rather root for Randy Orton to get the title than Mark Henry.
Well, obviously, the Big Show should get, he hasn't been back. He's been out on an injury, but he's been back, and this was his first title match at Vengeance. The one where I talked about him superplexing Big Show. Every title match, one of the opponents gets like gets what's it called?
What, Mark Henry?
No, what's it called? You know when like say when John Cena beat the Miz, and then he gets another match for the title.
A rematch?
No,
a title shot?
No, it's called what's it called?
I don't know. But anyway, so the last match, the main event on this episode of Raw is The Miz versus John Cena. And do you remember what happened in that match? Remember?
Yeah, pretty much it started like as like a, you know, almost like a brawl in a bar, and like it started to get boring, but then the Miz got out of the ring, John Cena got out of the ring, and R-Truth, well, I knew it was R-Truth because there was a guy in a Scream outfit from Scream 4, and he had black hands. I could tell automatically that was R-Truth, you know, because there's not many black people in WWE. Of course, there's Ezekiel Jackson and Mark Henry. David Otunga, but who would attack John Cena besides the R-Truth?
Yeah, and so go ahead. How did it finish?
If R-Truth attacked John Cena, and then security took him away. John Cena did the attitude adjustment inside the ring to the Miz. He pinned him 1, 2, 3. John Cena won. R-Truth came back and attacked John Cena, but then in the end, John Cena attitude adjustment and R-Truth and took off the mask and put the mask on him, and he went, "You can't see me," pretty much.
Yeah, and that was pretty much this episode of Raw. Thanks for watching this episode of Wrestling Tonight. We're glad to be back, and we hope to be back every week. So stay tuned for the next episode, which will be on SmackDown.
Okay.
All right.